Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. I'm starting a little bit early, as you guys can see. I didn't have any extra plans this morning, so I figured I might as well get on early because I no longer need to like concentrate as much after market open. So why not? So I am flat. I have not taken any trades. I did have a 1 bar pullback here. I haven't really started taking all of those yet. Only a few different scenarios have I been taking. And then I did miss this one while I was actually fixing the P&L that you guys can see up over there. I had completely deleted it from OBS by accident, so I had to fix it. All right. So yeah, technically I missed 2 trades. This was like a this sell right here was a divergence after the 1 bar pullback, which I don't really take, but I'm starting to notice that the reason why I don't take it is because obviously the volume of the swings are a little bit different. Like my trade is based on the volume of the swings and order flow. And so a 1 bar pullback is not a real pullback. The volume of that swing is not real because it's only a 1 bar pullback, if that makes sense. So, but I've noticed that if the setup works, no matter what the volume of the swings are, it should still work out, if that makes sense. So I could have possibly taken it, but yeah, I don't know. 48. Where is, oh, it's right there. So yeah, my goal is to just concentrate the rest of the session and get some trades in. Kind of the same concept there where it's the second swing after the 1 bar pullback. Usually those I can take, but I don't know, they haven't been setting up very often, so I was just a little hesitant. It would have won, obviously, as you can see, but whatever. Right, I gotta pay attention because I should have been on my Top Step account by now. It's for sure 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of those trades should have been taken with no hesitation. Should have been that one, the 1 bar pullback, this one, and this one. This is like the first day this week where things are just setting up so perfectly. All right, we gotta stop for news. All right, I'm back. Yeah, this price action has literally been perfect this morning. I don't know why I'm just not. Mainly with these 2 trades. I'm cool with missing the other 2, or I set out of one and missed the other one while I was setting up the P&L. But these 2 I should have taken with like literally 0 hesitation. I don't know if I'm just hesitant because the market has been so choppy and not really presenting very many opportunities lately, or what. But even yesterday, like when I went and I wrote down all the trades for yesterday's session and the day before, Wednesday when I was at jury duty. Wednesday at jury duty, I literally only had one setup the whole session, maybe 2. Yesterday I only missed 2 trades. I took 2 and missed 2. Oh, I need to actually set up my journal for the day. All right, so since it's medium impact news, I'm going to be sitting out until I always stop 5 minutes before medium impact news, and then I restart 2 minutes after. So I'll be sitting here until 2 minutes after 9. Hopefully I can actually start trading in my Top Step account next week. I've not hit the daily profit or loss target any day since last Monday. So because of that, I haven't been able to trade the Top Step account yet, which is getting annoying, especially like today, where even after just those 2 trades that showed up since I got on the stream, if I would have just taken those 2, I would have automatically gotten taken out like halfway into the next trade that I take, and then we would be trading the Top Step account. So all right, we got 2 minutes. 50, 1, 5, 3, 7. Oh, why am I doing that? I could just make it easier on myself. 24 and 2. All right, 1 more minute. All right, let's see where we are. That should be down here. I'm just moving my zones so I can make sure it's correct. All right, and we can start trading again in 15 seconds. Now, because we are trading above where we changed to a downtrend, if I do trade, I have to be pretty careful about doing so. I don't want any trades that are coming off of this zone up here. We would either need to break below this one or break above that one. Or certain trades that happen in the middle of them I'll be able to take, but for the most part I kind of needed to break either way. Looks like we're gonna try to break on the upside, which is fine. Okay, that's not surprising. I wanted to see what the market looked like on a 5-minute chart, which I'm not surprised by that. What's more surprising is the number of opportunities I've had this morning based on what the 5-minute chart looks like. But I kind of figured, because I remember earlier in the session we were trading around this pivot level right here, so I'm like, we're back. Okay. That was a pretty strong delta up at the top that pushed us down. Don't start giving me crap after I set out of so much this morning. Don't do it. I'll have to move this here. Kind of the same thing. We're now between zones. All right. Oh my God, it has to break either way. Two trades I can't take today. Any divergence that creates a new higher low, and also any counter trend divergence that the volume of the swing before my entry bar is more than the previous swing in the same direction. Again, since Fridays are pretty trendy, taking counter trend divergence in those two scenarios, it's just not good at the moment, at least. Now it might be something where my rules were not all the way right for those, so I could still possibly in the future be able to add Fridays back in for those, but for now, no need. All right, so let's see if we use this zone as resistance or if we push up and use it as support instead. Kind of stuck here at the moment. Alright, so we've kind of been using this, what's this, 839, for like the last 40 minutes. This has been a level of support and resistance. Looks like we might get the breakthrough. So at 235. Looking to possibly get into the sell here. It's just I need the order flow to show me that I can. Nope. The POC keeps flipping from a trap to a continuation. It could stay a trap. I can take the trade. Ooh. It's not good. That's gonna lose. Yeah, that's gonna... I'm gonna take the break even because technically that was supposed to be a loss. And I need to reach out to him because why does my charts keep freaking freezing? This is driving me nuts. Good morning, Trenches. Good morning, Applejacks. Hold on one second. I don't understand. This is so irritating. He has to do something about this because my chart, this is the second day in a row that my charts have frozen with me just trying to get out of a trade. It's driving me nuts. All right, give me a second because I need to close out of NinjaTrader. This is so irritating. This is literally the second day in a row that this has happened. Oh wait, is it back? Okay, I guess I don't have to close out. My charts are back. Hold on, Applejacks. I'm gonna read what you said. I was about to close out of a NinjaTrader, but everything just came back somehow. Like, this is driving me insane. So I literally miss trades because of it. It's very frustrating. I missed enough trades on my own. I don't need my chart freezing to be another reason why I missed stuff. All right, let me just go into Rhythmic, make sure I don't have any working orders. I do not. Cool. I'm really close to making my PA the leader account because it's driving me crazy when my leader gets out at break even, like just minus commissions, but the follower will get out, like the follower got out at -3 ticks. There's literally no reason for that, but whatever. I didn't trade because I thought I was gonna be in the meeting. It's my whole setup. Ah, that sucks. I'll go grab my corner. Well, I'm pretty irritated myself, to be honest with you. Mainly because I basically by the time I got like within a couple minutes of being on stream, I already had 3 definite setups and 1 possible that I'm thinking about being okay with. And then obviously this one right here that ended up losing. Well, I got out at break even, but I sat out of the other 3. I genuinely missed 1. And actually, no, I sat out of 4. I sat out of 1, 3, and just genuinely missed 1 while I was setting up the P&L up there. But yeah, pretty annoying because most of this week has been like nothing for me personally with my strategy. So yeah. Yesterday, besides the 2 setups I took, I think there were 1 or 2 additional setups. Wednesday, I guess I am glad I wasn't on the charts because I only had 1 setup on Wednesday. And I'm just ready to start trading my Top Step account, which I can't do if I'm not hitting the daily target on my PA account. And it's perfect me setting the daily target on the PA at 200 because, you know, that's the minimum you need to get each day on Top Step for it to be a winning day. So I think I'm primarily going to stick to that. I might increase it to 300 on the 50K accounts. Well, actually, I am going to increase it to 300 when I get on the 50K accounts. But alright, bar pull back here. I needed to break 293. I needed to break this upside pressure line for me to really feel comfortable getting back into sales. I had Chick-fil-A for breakfast, so I'm not even mad today. We'll be there whenever you're ready. No rushing. That's true. I'm just ready to get it going because I don't know. It's been sitting for 2 weeks, but I mean, I also didn't project that I wouldn't be hitting the daily target each day either. But that's mainly my fault because most of the days, minus the last, yesterday I would have been able to hit it. Wednesday I wouldn't have. But most of the days, based on the number of trades that I have, I should be able to hit it. But I know like this week and last week, I did take certain losses that like helped me to realize I didn't even have enough data for those. So my rules just weren't strict enough because I didn't have the data that kind of negated that setup. So it was helpful. I was able to make things a little bit more strict. So, but right now we're just waiting on us to kind of break kind of like here. There's somewhat of a zone right here, basically. All right, we broke the first part. Now I need us to break 293 and we should be able to head down if we do. We'll see. I am possibly next week going to add in taking trades at the 61.8 fib level. I'm not all the way sure yet, but more than likely we'll see. But I am thinking about it because that would add in some additional trades. And I would literally just take them if we're going in the same direction of the overall trend. Like this one came like one tick from triggering it, but I only want to take it at the 61.8. I don't want to take it at any other level. The entry bar has to wick off of it. So yeah, that might be something that I end up adding in. I'm not 100% sure yet, but more than likely. I told you guys the zigzag indicator actually has a setting where I can make it paint the current fib level. So let's see, 32. All right, we just pushed up a little too hard there. Just a tad. There's no reason for me to take this sell. I would have to break even right at the solo red line because technically that is a support level until we use, you know, trade below it to use it as resistance. It's raining cats and dogs here too. Actually, it was raining. See, jury duty was Wednesday, so it was raining most of yesterday as well, and it's still raining today. $36. There's not gonna be enough delta in this bar. Should have sat out of that. Possibly. Yeah. And look, my chart is fucking freezing again. I'm probably just gonna call it because the chart freezing is really fucking bothering me. And I can't do anything if every time I get into a trade, my charts are fucking freezing. And the thing is, if I click on NinjaTrader and if I hover over the windows at the bottom of my chart, the bottom of my screen, I can see now the charts are moving again. But it was just frozen for so long. Like, why is it doing that? All right. Good morning, new trader. How are you this morning? This shit is annoying as fuck. Hold on, I'm about to log in to see if there's some kind of fucking update because I can't even do anything right now. That's the most up to date. He has to fix this because I'm literally going crazy. Like, I literally have to deal with enough trying to trade the proper way. That last trade though, I was questioning because I don't really like taking and I might have to add this back as a rule. I haven't really been paying attention, but I don't really like if there is a trap, which that trade was. The trap was in the body of the entry candle inside of the POC. I was in a sale, the buyers were in control, and there was an imbalance at the same time. I don't really like taking trades when the imbalance is a trap. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. Me down at 10 Get out of school today. We got a science event to go to. I want your monitor to make it till October. Like the amount of time this takes away from me trading because of tech issues that are literally out of my control that should not be happening. I don't know what has happened. I've done nothing to my charts. Everything is literally the same. So why this stuff started happening the last couple of days, I don't know, but I need them to fucking fix it because it's pissing me the fuck off. Hold on, I gotta get this error out of the log real quick. It's just annoying as fuck. Alright, sorry, I'm chatting with their support because the only thing I can think of is possibly taking the order flags off right now because I know that that's the issue. Sorry I'm frustrated, y'all, but I'm just... But the problem is if I take that off, I can't see, I won't be able to see anything really, I don't think. I don't know, let me take it off and just see if order flag. Let's see if I take that off, if it works. My only problem is because you have to turn off the native chart trader in NinjaTrader, I'm not going to be able to see my positions, I don't think. But I'm just going to turn it on anyway. Just have it hidden because that's going to be the only way to know I'm in the trade. Thank you, Applejacks. Shit is very annoying. 32. It just is a lot of things I'm frustrated about right now, and this is just the icing on the cake. This is the part that I don't want to be frustrated with. And dealing with technology issues that are outside of your control is the absolute worst. Yes, none of that applies to me. Don't worry, I'll just text Joel personally. Like, first of all, know who you're talking to. The copy and paste shit is annoying, so I'll just text the owner my fucking self. That's what we'll do there. Because that getting copy and paste general customer service shit is so annoying. I get it, but it's very annoying. What was I about to do? I can't even remember. Let me finish texting the owner. I get the DirectX error and the chart render field error. It's only on the entry chart. That's what you do when you don't feel no problem. I'll sign this conversation to him and he should get back as soon as trying to minimize our contact methods. Let's see if we can get another trade in at some point. Hopefully with me turning the order flags off, this will fix the problem. But we'll see. Maybe it's time to take a break. Possibly. Alright, so for now I'm just gonna keep going, and if I just get too irritated, I'll just get off the stream. I don't. But I can tell you, if this next trade, if the screen locks up on the exit, I'm done. Did I get logged out of... Oh, no, I didn't. I don't know how that went away, but whatever. Alright, let's see. If I can just get back to break even, that's all I care about. I'm going to turn the music up a little bit because I might not be talking as much because of how frustrated I am. Nice, new trader. Do you always go for 300 a day? I feel like $300 to $400 is like the sweet spot. guess I could have actually. I didn't think it was gonna set up properly, but it did. It's all good. However, I've been kind of looking at. Oh wait. Oh, it pushed down too far. I've been kind of looking at like this kind of trap where, you know, we're trying to trap the sellers, but the sellers are obviously still in control of the bar because the delta is negative instead of positive. So initially I cared that the delta equals the direction that I'm going, but it's starting to look more and more like it doesn't quite matter. So we'll see. I've been trying to track it and like write down different scenarios when it happens that way to see if it matters or not. Because it's not really looking like it matters. But we'll see. I hope I turn the order flags off the proper way. Actually, we're gonna let's just put it there. 2 to 300. So smart and level-headed. I'll be swinging for the fences every day. Well, you know, that used to be my goal. Not necessarily to swing for the fences, but I told you guys my goal was always to just take every setup in every session. However, I think from if I was in a personal account, absolutely, because I feel like I've condensed my rules enough to where if I do incur losses like I did earlier, it should be minimal compared to how many winners I have for the day. Like I've literally sat out of 4 winners at least. I can't even count what I didn't even see on my charts when my shit was frozen and having to reload and things like that. I really won't know until I go back and basically back test. Tomorrow I'll back test today to see what what trades I missed, because I won't even be able to journal today. Just because my zigzags, everything is gonna be off when I look at the charts. But if I'm in a personal account, I just feel like absolutely like go for it, because why short yourself on a day when you don't have to? You know what I mean? Hold on, I forgot what the delta was. 24. Yeah, go for it. But to me, in a prop account, I feel like the safest thing to do, because, okay, first of all, unless you're trading somewhere like Top Step where, you know, there's really no, well, there kind of is a max. Well, there's a max there of you could withdraw 50%, but that's not really a max to me, because whether I make 10,000 or 20,000, I can still withdraw 50%. But in a company like Apex, I don't feel like it's smart to build such a big buffer, because you can't take it out anyway. That's number one. And for me, if the majority of people don't make it to month 4, not saying that I won't, well, obviously in this count I won't, but I would rather just go for the low $200-300 a day, withdraw your money, keep it moving. And then if you make it to month 4 and you're uncapped at that point, sure, absolutely. At that point, it makes sense for you to swing for the fences or go for more. But until then, I don't see a purpose in doing so. And then like with companies like TopStep, I mean, all you're doing is pushing yourself to live even faster. And yeah, it's nice to get that money like as soon as possible, but then you're forced to go live possibly before you're ready. Honestly, with Apex, it makes a little bit more sense to build a buffer after month 4, because besides this little probation live fiasco for Monday, they weren't really pushing people live too soon. Like, you had to make at least $1 million for the most part before you were asked to go live. So it makes sense for you to build an account up. However, I also feel like the smaller withdrawals are the ones that get approved the fastest at Apex. That's just what it seems like to me. So why put myself through a headache for 2 weeks when I could probably get approved faster if I'm not withdrawing so much money? That's just me personally. But definitely once I start trading a personal account, even if I hit the daily goal on the PAs and everything, I'm going to continue trading my personal account until the session is over. And just kind of going from there. What do we have? An hour left. I did kind of look over the alternate pullback, lower low to higher high to higher low. I looked over it yesterday. I'm not totally convinced that the way I have things is how I want it to be just yet. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm not willing to take the trades yet, though. I do know that much. I kind of rather let's just not take the trades kind of thing. This should reverse, yeah. Pull back to a second week level at the second half trend. My time on the chart varies. Listening, but my monkey brain likes to rebel. I don't think that it's a problem though. I mean, because okay, this is what I will say. It's a problem if it's causing you to lose more or get break even more because you're trying to swing for the fences, but then you don't end up like getting what you want out of the markets because you've held the trades for too long. But I think that sorry, I stopped. I was trying to figure out if I should have got into that trade, but we pushed too hard off the buy rotation level. However, you can see that it disappeared here. So you still have to count it, but not so much, because that's not the rotation level anymore. So I could have gotten into it, I guess. That doesn't happen very much. So with me already being down because I've set out of winners, I didn't want that to be another loser. So I just decided not to enter. But anyway, if swinging for the fences is getting you a consistent positive risk to reward, consistent positive win-loss ratio, well then I don't think that there's a problem in doing so. Not by any means. But I also, like, for me, I don't want to do anything that can possibly screw me out of a payout. So like, I don't want to accidentally go over the consistency rule, even if it's just 31%. I don't want to do it. I've talked plenty of times about how I don't like the gray area, because if two different reviewers are going to give me two different answers, that's going to piss me off, and I don't want to deal with that. We're trying our best to over 1,500 customers. It could be challenged. Steps are some of the first thing each user sets up. So don't worry, we'll get this worked out for you. Stop talking to me, bro. Anyway. I'm trying to be nice. Anyway, yeah, but I, like I've said from the beginning, I think that if you have an edge and you know that your edge works in a certain time frame, I think it is good to take every single setup in that time frame, because like days like today where I've had like 6 or 7 setups already in the first hour and a half, well, on a day like yesterday I only had 2 for sure and 2 like possibles. I'm still trying to work that out. So let's just say 2, to have only 2 setups in a 2.5 hour time span. The day before on Wednesday there was only 1 setup in a 2.5 hour time span. I can help to bring my average like daily profit up if I just take every setup in today's session. You get what I'm saying? So it would kind of make up for Wednesday and Thursday's lack of setups. But if I always just stop myself in that $200, $300 range, well, I don't help myself with those 2 days. I've just kind of like basically lost my opportunity to still average about $200 to $300 a day. So that's the part that I'm kind of toying with. But like I said, for me, even though Top Step doesn't like have the consistency rule, I still probably want to just $300 a day and keep it moving, and just do that across 5 accounts and let that be that, because the goal is to just withdraw as much as I can before I'm forced to go live and decline to go live and keep it moving. Now, I do have a question with Top Step though, and I don't know if you guys know the answer to this. So I did see like in their FAQ that if you decline to go live, they have to close your Express funded account. Fine, obviously, because that's the one that's supposed to be live. But do they prevent you from continuing to trade your other Express funded accounts? Like, how does that part work? Because a lot of companies, when you decline to go live, you're basically banned from trading with them for anywhere from 6 to 12 months. So that's kind of the part that I didn't really understand. Yeah, I don't know. I think my Lord and Savior talked about this too. Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, you have to figure out what's best for you, because for some people they need to stop at a certain profit or loss target, because otherwise they will go on tilt, or they'll get so overzealous because of their profit that they just end up sizing up in the middle of the session and they lose everything that they've gained for the day. So I think it also has to do with your personality and what you know you can and cannot handle psychologically from the trading aspect. As far as if you continue going, do you reach mental fatigue? Like, there's so many different variables. For me, if I could hit my first $200-300 in the first 30 minutes, I don't need to trade the rest of the day. I will because I stream, but I wouldn't need to. All right, let's peek at the... Oh my God. Applejacks, you had a trade in this? Was it the sell at the beginning or something? Because that looks disgusting. The 1 minute's not that bad. I just hate how slow everything got. And we're back kind of what we've been doing most of the week, which is just chopping between changeover zones. Then we have a breakout. I think I'm gonna get a trade, and then we come back in and we just start chopping again. So this is why it's so important for me to just seize the opportunities when they come and just take the trades. If I have to just remind myself that, like, I've done a lot of back and forward testing up until this point. Some losses are going to come, but the majority of my trades should not be losses. Even the one from earlier, I really think it's because there was an imbalance in the trap. So after my session today, I'm gonna go back and look because I'm pretty sure I just don't like those at all. I actually used to have a rule that if it is a trap and there's an imbalance, it has to be like the POC has to be in the wick, like that trapped imbalance has to be in the wick. It cannot be in the body. That used to be a rule when I first started looking at order flow because I noticed that pattern. But since I have recently, you know, further developed the strategy and stuff, I haven't really been paying attention to that. So I didn't know if I still needed that to be a thing. And based on the loss earlier, it probably does, because that particular loss is a trade that I take all the time that rarely loses. So I don't know if I'm like a little bit more hesitant because this is only week 2 of me trading in my PA. I don't think so. I think it's more so from a standpoint of, I don't really know, actually. So maybe that is the thing. But I mean, this being week 2 and after week 2 currently only being down like $170 in the account, it's not really that bad. It's not, but I just want to get to payout so the account can go away. But I also don't want to purposely fail it. So there's that. The sell at 9:30 a.m. Okay, I figured, because what the hell? That would have had to been it. I mean, the choppiness is just literally insane. It's like, gone are the days where the Nasdaq is just printing money all day. I mean, it could if you love chop. But I'm just used to it being a lot more trendy than it's been. But The good thing is I feel like with the combination of indicators that I use, I'm able to see the chop before it happens. Like this chop right here, I saw it happening at, I'll tell you the exact time. I saw that it was about to happen pretty much back around, I would say 9:49, like around here. Once we came up and we just started, once we like did this, I'm like, oh yeah, this is done for. And this was at about 9:50 and it's 10 o'clock now. Now on the time-based charts, that's around here. So around here, I basically kind of predicted that this was going to happen and I was able to stay out of the chop. Now it would be nice if I can play off of it and, you know, trade the range, but I don't really do that. So and we attempted twice to break through the top, but each time we closed right back inside. So pretty good confirmation that it'll try to head down, but we can also just use this as support and head up all over again. You just kind of don't know. So just have to sit here and kind of wait to see what's going to happen. But sitting out of those trades earlier is really frustrating though. Ugly inside day, and Monday will be a large move. I hope Monday is a large move. As long as most of the good days are not on Wednesdays, I'll be happy. I just don't want things to be doing things and I'm not here to be able to partake. Oh, Applejacks, if you're still here, and anyone else who's still here, tell me what you guys think about this. This is gonna be the logo of the what do you call it? The Discord that I'm gonna create. This last night and I think it looks pretty cool. What do you tell me? How do they look? Because I am going to go ahead and create the Discord soon, but I wanted like a cute little logo for it, and I think that looks pretty cool. What do you think? And yeah, obviously the channel is going to be called The Trader's Den. Still dropping in between. Be happy to know I saw some very ugly roadkill. Yeah, I'm a creative. Very ugly roadkill yesterday. Looked like a fat ass cat. I said no more 4 a.m. Oh, so now you're done running because you done seen some trifling dead animals. I don't know how you do it. I'd be scared that like anything can just come out the woodwork. Snakes, anything. And I'm like so afraid of possums. And I remember on one of my walks, because it was getting like closer to sunset, baby, I saw a possum and I was like, oh no. Oh no. It's like, yeah, we need to come just a little bit earlier. Just a tad, because I don't want to see those. You like it? Thank you. Thank you. I was playing around with different ones, but I kind of settled on that one because I really like it. So I'll probably be working on that maybe this weekend. I don't know. I'm trying to get the energy and desire to put into it, because like I told you guys before, like I want a place where we can kind of extend the community that we've built on YouTube into Discord. But I also know that doing so, I'm going to feel obligated to be more accessible and on Discord a little bit more. But then also there's times where I'm like, oh, I kind of rather wait until I have kind of become more profitable, and also have, like, I don't know, build my following a little bit more. So I don't know, we'll see. I don't know exactly when. I'm probably gonna set it up and just let it sit until I figure out when I want to start inviting people to it. Oh my head. But I don't know, we'll see. Oops, I'm about to get enough on stream. I don't know if you make the Discord, you'll show. No, I actually will show up more often. I'll show up more often than that, because honestly, I don't really use social media much. Like, I have an Instagram that I never ever use. I've always hated the Instagram platform. So besides Facebook, which I rarely even log into, like I'll log in, look at a couple things on my feed and completely get off. I can't even tell you the last time I even checked my DMs. Oh yeah, well, probably like a week ago, because somebody owes me money, so I needed to go check a message. But yeah, aside from that, the only place I ever really go besides me just watching videos on YouTube is on Discord. And you know, there's not, when the Apex Discord was jumping, it was always, you know, consistent chatter or communication in different channels. But you know, now that that's gone, I'm in a couple of Discords. Like, I'm in the Top Step Discord, but I'm not really interested in interacting there. I just wanted to be in there just in case I need, you know, to submit support tickets or whatever. I'm in Cayenne and Trade Kage's Discord. I'm in another Discord that I only went in there because I was being nosy. They don't really talk much. I'm probably gonna leave there, but that's where a lot of the bonds traders were, who were complaining every day. I'm trying to think. I feel like that's probably it. That's probably it. So yeah, aside from those, I'm not really, and there's not very much interaction in those from time to time. From time to time, Cayenne's channel or Discord is kind of jumping, but yeah, so that's like the only place for me to be if I want to interact, if I'm not like playing my video game or studying or something. But I do know I want like the basics of, you know, a P&L room. I want a place where people can upload pictures of their charts and just like brief description of, hey, I'm looking for this because I think that people can learn different things from different people and different people's strategies. I think that you can learn from different people, so I want that. Obviously a main chat where you could just talk about whatever. I also want a chat, like a part where I can put kind of like the basic rules of different prop firms that are some of the more popular ones that people want to trade at. There's pretty much only one, maybe two companies I won't put in there just because I don't, if you want to learn, go somewhere else. I don't support those companies, so I'm not going to put them in my Discord. But aside from that, like I just want it to be a chill place where we can just extend our hangout for the most part. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll see. She said no. She is not stopping at 4 a.m. Forget everything you're talking about right now. See if we could push through the major support level. Which we just did. Okay. Kind of wicked off the bottom to use it as resistance, which is fine. I would like for the middle of this to not be a double bottom though, but you know, the market does what it wants to do and play it. I got 30 minutes left. My mom gets home today, comes home this evening, and I'm excited because I miss my mommy. Hope she brought back goodies. All I know is she showed some stuffed animals that they got the kid. She got the kids, and my sister was like, "Where's my souvenir? What the kids got to do with me?" My sister, my sister. Not interested in the buy here. Just waiting on the next trade. Yeah, might have a few days next week, start the new job. Aww. Well, good luck with your new job, and I hope you like it. Amelia went on vacation. She did say, she was like, "I'll see y'all in 2 weeks." But I hope she's safe, and I hope she's been enjoying her trip. I feel like I'm at the point where I need a vacation myself. I have not, well, besides our family vacation, I have not been out of town in basically a year. Yeah, it's about that time. Alright, so we might be getting, I want to see us break through here though. My back has been killing me. My knee For whatever reason yesterday, maybe it was because the rain was coming, because I don't normally have those symptoms anymore, but my right knee is the one that I had ACL surgery on, and I don't have a cadaver ACL. I have one where they took the middle centimeter of the tendon that holds your kneecap to your shin. They took the middle portion of it and strung that through as a new ACL. But I do have screws in my knee, but it was like, it wasn't the screws yesterday that were bothering me. I just kept having like this pulsating pain in my tendon, the one that attaches your kneecap to your shin. So I was like super uncomfortable yesterday. My back has been hurting me for really, I have a bad back period, but ever since I re-injured it around this time last year, it just has never been the same. And I think I made the injury worse when I was using the inversion table. I'm pretty sure I made it worse when I did that, and it has just not been the same since. So I was just telling my grandma, like, I need to find another primary care doctor so I can get an MRI ordered, because I know it's not skeletal. I know it's either a muscle, a ligament, a tendon, something, but it's basically like from where the left dimple in my lower back, like, you know, the dimple that you could see in some people, like right above the hips, but like right at the lower back, from that dimple all the way to my side, my hip. And actually sometimes the pain will go all the way into the front. It has just been so bothersome, like so bothersome. And I gotta figure that out, because it is not fun whatsoever. Oh, let's see, 27. But I've been struggling. For a while, I was doing a really good job of trying to keep that hip open, because I feel like it's a compression pain. So sometimes I would sit here in a chair and I would take this, like it's a pillow you put between your thighs when you sleep. I would put it under my right butt cheek so that if I elevate my right butt cheek, it opens the hip structure of the left side that hurts. So yesterday, because I was in so much pain and I was tired on top of that, I laid down on my back in the bed like that for hours. And when I tell you, when I got up, I was just like, oh my God, relief, finally. That's how I was feeling. Finally, some relief. But then I woke up this morning and I had the pain again. So I don't know, but I have to figure it out, because it's literally driving me crazy. And I know that it's no way I'm gonna be able to. That's another reason why I know I can't continue jury duty, because sitting there for that many hours, like when I'm sitting here in the morning, you know, I'll be done streaming after 2.5 hours. I journal for like another maybe hour and a half or so. It depends on if I'm doing other stuff and looking at streams and typing and stuff. But if I just like literally focus only on journaling, it only takes about an hour or so. And then after that, I could just chill. I could lay down, which is normally what I do, because the only time my back feels great is if I'm laying down. But I can't lay down for the rest of my life. So I'm kind of stuck. But I just need to get an MRI so I can kind of know what's going on, because this is the longest I've ever had a back injury. So, but I've been dealing with back injuries since I was a child. And I know it's nothing that'll ever get better, but it's very frustrating. Very much so. Let's see if this pullback happens. So this is going to be my alternate pullback, because we started with a higher high. And if it sets up properly, I'm probably going to go ahead and chance it and take it, because I've sat out of enough. And if it loses, then that's just what it is. You should have not sat out of so many trades earlier. But we'll see if it sets up properly, which it looks like it is now. But we just need the delta to be something really specific, and we'll see if that happens. gonna take quite a bit for it to be, oh, it's actually not set up properly yet. I need more volume in this swing, actually. So we decided not to reverse there. We've pulled all the way back to my middle half trend. However, I needed to pull back more if I'm going to get into this sell as just a regular pullback. Now we're completely invalidated now, because now it's divergence, but it's invalid because there's a lower low in the middle of two higher highs. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. I just want at least one setup before I get off of here. Just one. That would be nice and appreciated. Oh my god, I was waiting for that. Wait, why does it do that? It's literally not putting, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Because now if it loses, I'm gonna be mad. Which it looks like it might. I wasn't super confident in it anyway because, yep, of how we rotated over that yellow line I have drawn. So I'm glad it didn't put me in. It would have came one tick from moving my break even, so. Plus, I'm just not really a fan of how it's set up exactly. So, good thing it didn't take. But they gotta figure that out. I don't. What's up with that? See you, new trader. Have a great weekend and good luck with the rest. Not the rest, but the start of your new job. Make sure you come back and tell us how it went. Not new job, new check. I need to do more hip openers. Yeah. But yeah, this injury has been a year now. So I remember I had re-herniated the disc in the same one always re-herniates. Before I left, when I was in Maryland, before I left to come back home, I remember that happening. Because I'm pretty sure I had to get a wheelchair in the airport on my way back because it was so bad. And I think shortly after I kind of recovered from it is when I put the inversion table together. And it felt so great initially, but then I was like, wait, something's wrong. I could just feel that something was wrong. And so I had stopped it for like 2 days and the pain was so bad. And I told my best friend who bought it for me, I was like, thank you, but I cannot use this because of the injury that I have to my back and the structural, I guess you could say, damage that has to do with my back as well. Yeah, it's just not good. It's not good at all. 15. I'm gonna try to get into, never mind. Maybe not. We rejected. I was gonna get into the sell if we actually sold off right there, but now we've pushed up too high. But yeah, so essentially because of the structure of my spine and how it's not aligned, it's never gonna be aligned unless I get rods in it. I basically was in the inversion process. I'm pulling apart my spine, which felt great because most of my back pain is usually skeletal. You know, besides this little thing I told you that I've been having for a while now, most of my pain is usually skeletal, and it's a compression pain. Like, I just feel like I need somebody to just take my body and do this, just pull it apart. And I've had my mom do that before, like where I just lay on the bed and I'm like, just pull my legs, please. But because of my spine twisting in a spiral, I feel like I might have messed up my spine a little bit. So I don't know because I can't confirm it. I mean, obviously I don't have an MRI or an x-ray machine in my house, but I know my body, and I know like I've been in pain with my back since I was a kid. So I know the difference between that pain that I'm used to and this pain, and these are totally different things. It could like completely different. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go back, and with this setup I'm gonna have to go back and look, because I think because I made this more strict that old rules I don't think apply anymore, because I would have been able to take this by there. C10. Based on the old rules I couldn't take it, but I think that with the new rules I can. So we'll see if I need to change that. 10. Excuse me. It sounds like hell. It's really bad. Like, I remember this was some years ago. So first of all, the first time I ever herniated the disc in my back, it was in a basketball game. I thought we were gonna reverse at some point right there. We could go there though, and we'll see if it works. It's wicking off of the major support level, so I don't know, but I'm gonna take it. Why are the flags still there? So I think I could take it as long as it wicks through. If it loses, that's fine. At this point, I'm just kind of like in it is what it is mood, if I'm being honest. See if we got enough to push through. Alright, so yay, we're back break even. I'm glad I had the balls to take the trade. Because I think one of the trades earlier this week or last week that like wicked, it was a wicked sale off of the major support level. I think it lost for a totally different reason than that. Basically, when I'm at an opposite level, like a cell at any of the support levels, as long as it wicks off of it and it doesn't go through the body of the entry candle, I'm okay. So the order flags are there, but I think that was actually the order flags of the regular chart trader, not his chart trader. So I'm gonna let them know that when I turn the order flag display off, that everything works just fine. So asking me if I've cleared my cache and my internet and my computer speed and everything else is completely irrelevant, which is what I told the support person. So, and I let them know, like, listen, I understand that you guys have so many customers and you're trying to streamline communication, but my frustration level is at a level where I cannot handle basic customer service questions that I understand you guys are supposed to ask, but I don't have the patience for that. I know what the problem is. This is the problem. So please forward it to him. But anyway, yeah, so the first time I herniated the disc in my back was in a basketball game. It was when I was playing for my D2 college. And basically I was on a fast break, went up for a layup. Like by the time I was at the 3-point line, I remember I was by myself, and I'm tall, so I have long legs, so I didn't expect anybody to be able to catch up to me. And she didn't until I went up. And when I went up, when I came down, she bridged me. And I don't know how she wasn't kicked out of the game for bridging, but she definitely bridged me. And I fell in a seated position and basically crushed my spine. That was the worst pain I've ever been in. When I tore my ACL, it didn't even hurt because I snapped it in half in milliseconds probably. But yeah, so I remember not being able to play the rest of the game. And I remember that over time, my back was so bad that they had to hire an assistant for the trainer because the trainers needed to be able to service all the other athletes as well. But I was really bad. Like if let's say I was in a game and I came out, I needed somebody to be able to massage my back, my butt, like everything from the middle of my back down was just terribly bad. That same weekend, no, the very next weekend, I think, or week, we went out of town. I couldn't even walk up and down the steps. I had to take the elevators because I literally could not. It was like just lifting my leg to walk. I could not do. And so it happened in February, and I did not go to the doctor until August because my trainers kept telling me, and even my coach was like, oh, you're just having back spasms. I'm like, I've had back spasms my entire life, like so much so that in high school I had a spasm so bad that I tore the long muscle that goes through kind of like the middle of, like if you divide your back in half, it goes through the middle of that half. And I can literally show you it's still messed up. Like it basically hypertrophied because of when I tore it. I didn't know that I tore it and I was still playing on it, so I kind of screwed myself. But I kept telling them like, no, this isn't back spasms. I've had back spasms my whole life. This is something worse. And it was so bad that when we were playing in our summer league, like I literally had to hold my breath to run while I'm playing, which is not good, obviously. But I had to hold my breath a lot because the pain was so bad. It was so bad. The pain was so bad. And so, you know, in preseason workouts, we had to run like the whole campus. We had to do all these things. And I'm like, something is still wrong. There is no reason why 6 months later, my back still feels like this. And so I remember in one of the preseason like scrimmages against another college, I remember that in warmups, I told my coach, I am not going in. Like, there's no, I can't. So at that point, I was like, I have to go to a doctor because this is literally impossible for me to do. I can't keep holding my breath while I'm running. Like, I just can't. And I had another knee injury actually while I was playing with him as well. And so I go to the doctor and she's like, oh, well, you herniated the disc in your back. I'm like, what? Okay. What? And so from there, I went to physical therapy. Yes, I do need a full body cast. My friend tells me all the time I need to live in a bubble. But I went to physical therapy, and I forget how many times a week for like a couple of weeks. And the physical therapist was like, well, I don't think there's anything I could do for you. She's like, you have the flattest back I've ever seen. At your age, your disc should just go right back in with literally no problem, and it is not, and I don't know why. Now, I don't know why at no point someone didn't order an MRI. Not an MRI, an x-ray. They ordered an MRI, that's how they knew my disc was herniated. Had they ordered an x-ray, all of these things that I discovered about the structure of my back in my 20s, I would have known way early on and known how dangerous it was for me to even play sports to begin with. And when I herniated the disc in my back, they would have known exactly why my disc wasn't going back in. So the reason she was saying I had the flattest back she'd ever seen is because when you like, I don't know if you guys see, like, especially with these fitness gurus online, when they do the back extensions where they have the machine that they're literally kind of like folded over like that, and they're holding a weight, and then they just like pull themselves up like this. So she had me doing that, and when that happens, your back is supposed to kind of like curve because of the natural curvature in your spine. Well, my back was just doing this, like flat. Later on, when I went to a chiropractor for the first time and they did x-rays, I found out why my back was doing that and why my disc pops out so easily. Like, it's popped out while I've been brushing my teeth before. Like, one time I was bent over the sink spitting while I was brushing my teeth, and my disc popped out. I got stuck in that position. I had to cry really loudly for my parents, because he was my parent at the time, to hear me. And he had to come and literally physically pick me up and put me in the bed. I was stuck in that position. Yeah, it's been bad on different occasions. But when I went to the chiropractor and they did the x-ray, that is when I found out. Like, I remember in 6th grade that my nurse told me I had scoliosis, but it wasn't like she told my parents and said, hey, follow up with a doctor or anything like that. So I knew I had scoliosis, but basically from the top of my spine to the middle, there's a right curvature from the top to the middle, and then from the middle to the bottom, it twists in a spiral. So obviously, as it's twisting in a spiral, the disc space gets smaller and smaller because it should not twist in a spiral. So part of my back that should be facing my back faces my left hip instead. And so when she was trying to figure out, the physical therapist, why my disc wasn't easily going back in, well, that's why, because my spine is twisted, and as you get lower and lower into the spine, the disc space gets smaller and smaller. So that's why it's easy for it to pop out and not easy for it to go back in. And so after that, I ended up getting like another knee injury, I remember, and I was just like, all right, y'all have paid enough for my schooling. I'm out of here. Because I remember telling my grandma, I said, Granny, I have to stop playing, because if I'm going to be a nurse, there's no way I can be a nurse in a wheelchair when I need to push patients in wheelchairs at the same time. Like, what am I going to be doing? Rolling myself and trying to push at the same time? It's impossible. Like, so I told her I have to stop, because it was really, really bad. Not you getting scared for me, Chris. Yes, y'all. Yeah, don't be scared for me. I've had the injury for so long, and that's why I knew something was wrong, and that's why I know something is wrong right now, because I'm like, it's so bad, y'all, that when I went to the chiropractor and he showed me my x-ray and showed me how my spine is, and was like, the first thing out of his mouth was, you say you've been dealing with pain for how long? And I was like, I think I told him since high school. And he was like, well, here's why. And I remember that my donor looked at the x-ray and said, whose back is that? Like, him being a regular citizen, no medical background whatsoever, he looked at my x-ray and knew something was wrong. He was like, that's her x-ray. But I remember calling my best friend, my one and only female best friend, who's known me since I was 10 years old. We met in 6th grade. And I remember calling her and saying, "Oh my gosh, I finally found out why my back has been hurting for so long." And I told her, I said, I told him how I've been dealing with back pain since I was in high school. She said, "High school?" She said, "Keamber, you've been complaining about your back since I met you in 6th grade." I'm like, "That long?" But when you've been dealing with pain for so long, you just kind of completely forget how long you've been dealing with it. So I have a really high pain tolerance because of how long I've been dealing with different aches and pains or whatever. And there's nothing they can do besides putting rods in my back, and I don't want that. Like we're not doing that. But I just have to navigate a little bit different. So this is the other way that I knew something was like structurally wrong with my back. I remember my second fiance that I was with, he was like a bodybuilder. Well, not like professionally or anything, but he just really loved working out, and he was like pretty husky. And I remember when I first started working out with him, he used to like get on me because the way that I would do squats, I would always put like my right foot forward to where the top of my left foot was like in the bend of my right foot. So I was always like staggered. And he would be like, you're gonna hurt yourself. Like, stop doing them that way and all this other stuff. And I'm like, this is the only way where it doesn't hurt. I cannot do it any other way. Well, later on, going to the chiropractor, I found out why that was a thing. Because it was like if my feet were straight and, parallel to each other, I would have the worst pains in my lower spine as I'm doing squats, lunges, anything like that. And so with me putting my right foot forward, if my spine is twisted like this, me putting my right foot forward actually makes it to where my hips are straight. Even though it doesn't look like it to you, it's actually straight. And so it was like little things that I would think about that I've dealt with certain pains. I'm like, oh, it all makes sense now. So now when I work out, like even with me walking, I do 2 laps, and I make sure after the first lap I change directions and go backwards, because I know that the neighborhood is not level. So if I'm always walking the same way, where my left hip is always kind of elevated because of the elevation of the road, I'm going to screw myself up. So I have to walk, backwards the second lap. Or I do a lot of like isolated movements when I'm lifting weights at home. So I never do squats. And if I'm doing certain things like, let's say hip thrust, I always do hip thrust on, one leg. So anything that I would normally do with 2 legs, I always do it just with 1 leg, because that's the only way to prevent injury for me because of my spine being all jacked up. But it takes some getting used to. But this pain right here, I need an MRI to see what the hell is going on, because I'm getting to the point where I can't take it. And I don't take pain medicine. So my only relief is just laying down or taking a nap, because you don't feel pain when you're sleeping. Well, at least I don't. But you go viral if you did that. Child. But yeah, so where is... Oh, are you serious? Y'all, did I restart my NinjaTrader at some point? I did. Y'all, I'm not break even on my PA because I forgot to turn the copier on that last trade. That's annoying. It automatically, you know what? I think that's a setting. It automatically turns off when you restart Ninja. I hope that's a setting I can fix, because I always forget to do. Did I restart? Now my frustration has returned. God dang it. I hope that's a setting that I can turn off, because I always forget that. Disable on load. Will be disabled every time the Ninja script is reloaded in the chart window. be disabled every time a connection is active and a new session begins. But I have that disabled, so why? So I have it disabled so the part that says disable on new session, it's not enabled, but there's a disable on load, which says every time the Ninja script is reloaded in this chart window. Now that could be from you right clicking and reloading the Ninja script, but I also think that that also happens on the new session. So I'm going to disable that because that is going to drive me insane. So now I'm not break even on there, and I could have been. All right, so let me show you guys the accounts because now I'm irritated all over again. And I need to go and let them know that when I took the order flag display off, it stopped freezing. All right, so this is where we are. Break even on the PA and negative on, break even on the eval and negative on the PA. As far as the stats, I took 3 trades, a win, a loss, and a break even. And then there's a break even and a loss on the PA since it didn't take the win. Now for the week, I'm up just a couple dollars on the eval, and then on the PA, I'm down about $80 for the week. So I'm not really, it is what it is. I'm not bothered. This week has not really been that great anyway, just as far as the price action goes. But even just like during the process of putting this strategy together, if I would just take every trade, especially now knowing that whatever losses I incur is gonna be like random shit that barely ever pops up where I just don't have enough examples. I need to just take the trades that I already have like the rules listed out for, and that is what my focus is going to be. And I always say that, but it's definitely still going to continue to be my focus because I need to get this going. Like, I need to get it going. I'm over it because I'm literally holding myself back. It's not even the market doing it. I'm literally holding myself back because on average for the week, I'm getting more than enough opportunities. Anytime my missed/didn't take section contains more trades, and obviously some of them are for setups that I don't have solidified yet, like my alternate pullbacks, but I distinguish between those and trades where like, no, this is for sure already rules. So if it's like for sure already rules and the trade like met the rules, I actually number those trades. The ones where it's like, I'm not quite sure, I don't have rules for this yet, I put little dots instead of numbering it. So whenever the number of valid trades that I sit out of or miss is bigger than my actual trades that I've taken section, that is a problem. I am the problem. I'm literally the problem. So we're going to work on fixing that. Fixing being distracted, fixing being hesitant. And like I said earlier, part of my hesitation could just be that I'm finally trading the PA, and you guys know, like, I don't want to lose it, especially not before the payout. And I'm going to purposely lose it after, but that's probably part of the hesitation. But you know what? After 2 weeks, I think that that hesitation should be gone. Like, it should be gone. So we'll see. Could have left a trade going. That 250 area held up. You were in a sale or a buy? I don't even know at this point. 250. You were probably in a buy. You got into a buy kind of at the bottom. You going back? I need a disability check. I can get hit from the back trenches, actually. And that's all I say about that. All right, that's enough for today. I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Sorry for my frustration earlier. I am human and I'm not a robot, and I have emotions and I get irritated, and it is what it is. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. And thank you, Chris. If you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Be safe, and I will see you guys Monday morning. Bye.